Welcome back to MADMAN Review. It is extremely uncommon for well-established companies to introduce new revolver models if they haven't had prior experience or a history of producing revolvers. To my knowledge, the last notable company to do so was Kimber, with their introduction of their K6S double-action, single-action revolvers. However, Henry is now venturing into the revolver market with their latest offering, the Henry Big Boy Revolvers. These revolvers are designed to complement the existing line of Henry Big Boy rifles, which I don't happen to own. The design of these revolvers is truly impressive. If you haven't had a chance to see them yet, we'll show you some images and videos so we can discuss their features. Henry is truly an exceptional company known for crafting top-notch rifles, and now they have expanded their repertoire to include revolvers. Personally, I couldn't be more thrilled to see a reputable company like Henry venture into revolver production. The more options we have for double-action, single-action revolvers, the better. These new Henry Big Boy revolvers bear some resemblance to what one might expect from Uberty if they were to create double-action, single-action revolvers. However, with Henry at the helm, I have no doubt that these revolvers will match, if not surpass, the quality Uberty is known for. This development has me absolutely delighted. If you share my enthusiasm for revolvers, then you're probably just as excited as I am about the arrival of these remarkable Henry Big Boy revolvers. They offer two different configurations for the revolvers. One is called the Gunfighter Grip, which features a square butt design. The other option is the Bird's Head Grip, characterized by a round butt shape. The Gunfighter grips are expertly contoured with a subtle palm swell for added comfort. They also include a thumb rest on both sides, allowing easy clearance for speed loaders. Moreover, the thumb rest provides a convenient resting spot for your thumb, regardless of whether you are left-handed or right-handed. It's a thoughtful feature. The grip handles are crafted from beautiful American walnut, adding a touch of elegance. Additionally, the grip frame is meticulously polished brass, enhancing the overall aesthetics of the revolver. It truly presents a visually appealing combination. The grip frame of the revolver has a bit of a hump towards the end, accompanied by a flat surface behind the hammer. This design feature ensures that the gun remains secure against the web of your hand, minimizing excessive upward movement during recoil. The handling and shooting experience are both exceptional, offering a comfortable grip and a satisfying feel. As for its shooting capabilities, the Big Boy revolver is a 6-shot .357 Magnum, and of course, it accommodates .38 Special and .38 Special plus P as well. Constructed from solid carbon steel, it provides ease of shooting. Now, some of you might assume that solid steel construction would make it excessively heavy, but in reality, it is comparable in weight to counterparts from Smith & Wesson. In fact, it is lighter than a 686 model by 6 ounces, weighing around 30 to 34 ounces. Notably, these revolvers boast a classic blued finish, maintaining an authentic old-school appearance, unlike contemporary options with DLC coatings or black paint. Despite its vintage aesthetic, the revolver operates in double-action, single-action mode, despite resembling a single-action revolver with its exposed ejector rod. In my opinion, these revolvers are attractive, which reminds me of something. Whenever a new firearm is introduced, there always seems to be a group of individuals eagerly waiting to criticize it, highlighting various issues, or even commenting on its appearance. I've come across many people expressing their belief that this particular gun is ugly, but I couldn't disagree more. I genuinely think it is a visually appealing firearm. It strongly reminds me of the classic Colt M1877 revolvers, which had 3 different variations. Among them, the new Henry Big Boy revolver closely resembles the bore diameter of the M1877 and .38 Long Colt, also known as the Colt Lightning. The overall lines, the shape of the trigger guard, the slight elevation on top of the trigger guard, and the barrel profile bear a striking resemblance to those old Colt revolvers. For comparison, here is a photo of the original Colt Lightning, which is an excellent 6-shot revolver. However, many individuals have expressed opinions that the Henry revolver appears cheap and unattractive. So, if you consider the old Colt revolvers like the M1877 to be cheap and unattractive, then I suppose we have different tastes. However, I must emphasize that finding those old Colts would require a significant investment of several $1,000s. On the other hand, the Henry revolver is impeccably fitted, exquisitely finished, and boasts a remarkable level of polish. Some skeptics have claimed that it resembles a Charter Arms revolver, and while I hold Charter Arms in high regard and own a few Charter Arms revolvers myself, I can confidently assert that the fit and finish of the Henry revolver far surpasses that of any Charter Arms revolver. It wouldn't be fair to compare the two, because the level of craftsmanship and precision involved in the Henry revolver is on a different scale. Acquiring a meticulously fitted and polished 6-gun like this does come at a price, as it involves extensive handwork. However, the team at Henry has truly hit the mark with this revolver, excelling in all aspects, aesthetics, performance, and even pricing. The Henry Big Boy revolvers come with a substantial price tag, leaving no room for misconceptions about their affordability. The manufacturer's suggested retail price for both the Gunfighter grip and the Bird's Eye grip versions is set at $928. While this may initially sound expensive, and it certainly is, the pricing is comparable to similar configurations offered by esteemed brands like Smith & Wesson, Colt, and Ruger. The 6-shot Big Boy revolver is chambered in 357 Magnum/38 special rounds, offering the flexibility of both double-action and single-action firing modes. Both action styles perform exceptionally well, and although the Big Boy revolver bears a visual resemblance to, again, the Colt M1877 Lightning, it employs a distinct internal design. Unlike older Colt and Smith & Wesson single-action revolvers, the Big Boy features a modern side plate design and utilizes reliable coil springs throughout, making it a more contemporary and robust firearm. The lockup mechanism on the Big Boy revolver is also unique, with locking occurring at the front and back of the cylinder, reminiscent of the classic Smith & Wesson triple lock revolvers. The lockup mechanism of the Big Boy revolver incorporates a familiar cylinder lockup at the back, but it also features a robust frontal lockup. A prominent tab on the crane engages a corresponding recess on the frame, ensuring a solid and secure lock. There is no noticeable play, handshake, or any other unwanted movement, resulting in a highly reliable lockup. Additionally, in line with modern revolver design practices, the Big Boy revolver is equipped with a transfer bar safety system. This safety feature prevents the hammer from contacting the firing pin unless the trigger is fully pulled to the rear. This ensures that in the event of an accidental drop or impact, the hammer will not transmit any force to the firing pin unless intentional trigger manipulation occurs. While the hammer does not possess a large spur, it is thoughtfully grooved, providing positive traction for the thumb. This allows for easy and secure thumb engagement, even in situations where your thumb may be slightly damp or slippery. The Big Boy revolver features a curved and smooth trigger, commonly known as a combat-style trigger. This design is ideal for a firearm of this nature, as it prevents the trigger from digging into your finger during extended use. Considering the necessity of pulling the trigger repeatedly, particularly in defensive situations, this feature ensures a smoother and more comfortable experience without causing irritation. The trigger pull on the Big Boy revolver is highly commendable, characterized by its pleasant smoothness and absence of any noticeable creep or stacking. It offers an even and consistent pull throughout. In double-action mode, the trigger pull measures 8 pounds and 2.5 ounces, while in single-action mode, it weighs a little over 2.5 pounds, specifically 2 pounds and 9.2 ounces. Importantly, there is no detectable over-travel, contributing to a solid and reliable trigger pull. The Big Boy revolver boasts a round profile barrel that measures 4 inches in length. This barrel length is considered optimal for a 6-gun of this kind. While longer barrels can contribute to enhanced precision in shooting, it's important to note that longer barrels do not inherently possess greater accuracy compared to shorter barrels. However, the longer sight radius provided by a longer barrel can make it slightly easier to achieve accuracy at greater distances. On the other hand, opting for a shorter barrel sacrifices a bit of velocity while offering increased concealability. Over the years, a 4-inch barrel has proven to be a well-balanced and widely accepted compromise in terms of barrel length. The sights on the Big Boy revolver has a simple yet appealing design, albeit in a different manner. The rear sight consists of a narrow groove located on the top strap, while the front sight is a narrow blade. Although these sights may not offer the quickest target acquisition, their smaller size allows for greater precision compared to larger 3-dot sights and similar alternatives. They excel in self-defense scenarios where rapid sight alignment is crucial, but they are not as precise as the traditional sights found on revolvers from a century ago. The front sight is a one-piece ramp that can be adjusted by screwing it on. What sets it apart is that it comes with 3 different sight options of varying heights. The medium sight comes pre-installed, and there are also lower and higher profile sights available. This feature allows for easy customization of the big boy revolver to suit the specific ammunition being used. Another criticism that has been raised by skeptics regarding the big boy revolver is its exposed ejector rod. Without a barrel underlug to enclose and protect it, there is a theoretical concern that the ejector rod could be susceptible to bending or damage from a strong impact. However, it's worth noting that many old Colts and original Smith & Wessons, such as the model 1917 Smith & Wesson, also featured exposed ejector rods on the bottom. These firearms are highly regarded and certainly not considered cheap, often commanding prices in the thousands of dollars. The presence of an exposed ejector rod on the big boy revolver serves a purpose. It slightly reduces the weight of the barrel, resulting in a balance that leans towards the rear of the hand. Some individuals prefer this balance. Personally, I appreciate a handgun for defensive use that maintains a well-centered balance in the hand. Despite the online gripes and criticisms that have surfaced since the introduction of these revolvers, it is important to emphasize that they are exceptional firearms. They justify the price paid for them and are more than capable of being relied upon to safeguard your life and the lives of your loved ones. These revolvers are solid, accurate, and highly dependable. When it comes to holsters, finding the right fit for the newly released Henry Big Boy revolver has been a bit uncertain. I personally experimented with various holsters and found that the K-frame Smith holster was slightly too small, while the N-frame Smith holster was too large. However, I did discover a holster that fits the Big Boy revolver perfectly, as if it were custom-made for it. It's the Eldorado holster crafted by Rob Leahy at Simply Rugged Holsters. Originally designed to accommodate the Ruger GP100 with a 4-inch barrel and a half underlug, this holster works flawlessly with the Big Boy revolver. There is no play or looseness, it fits like a glove. If you happen to have a GP100 4-inch holster lying around, it should work just fine with your Henry Big Boy. Additionally, more holsters specifically tailored for the Henry Big Boy are becoming available on the market, including options from Rob Leahy at simplyrugged.com. I recommend checking out his selection for suitable holsters to accommodate your Big Boy revolver. So, should you buy a Henry Big Boy revolver? If you're a wheelgun aficionado and you're in the market for a fresh new take on a medium frame 6-shooter chambered in .357 Magnum/38 Special, then you probably wouldn't mind its relatively high MSRP, so yes, you should get one. If you have a Henry Big Boy lever action chambered in .357 Magnum, then you'll appreciate the Big Boy revolver as a sidearm due to ammo compatibility and simplified logistics. This means you only need to stock and maintain one type of ammo, which makes it easier to stockpile, and even more so if you hand-load your own ammo. But if you're a first-time revolver buyer, I wouldn't recommend it. Either go for a budget model chambered in .22 LR like the Heritage Rough Rider, or if you want more power, go for a Smith & Wesson 686 Plus in .357 Magnum. It's only $50 more expensive than the Henry Big Boy revolver, but has a 7-shot cylinder. Otherwise, you should check out more affordable revolvers in .357 Magnum like the EAA Vindicator or the Sarsilmaz SR38. Either can be had for around $500 to $600.